Good morning. It's not actually morning, it's like 12:30 or something. We've made it to the end of another Vlogmas. Didn't do as many videos as the first 2 years. I didn't do as little videos as last year. So, progress? I don't know, but I had fun. So, let's take this final day of the year to kind of look back, look forward, you know, typical New Year's Eve type stuff. It's the last day of the year, a time around which lots of people start to think about their New Year's resolutions. I've never been a big fan of setting New Year's resolutions because, like the well-known fact by now, most people set resolutions only to drop them a week into January. New Year's resolutions just don't seem to work that well. Now this makes sense because often we go from 0 to 100 very quickly. I've never gone to the gym. How about I buy a yearly membership and I will go 5 times a week? Yeah, you can possibly force yourself to do something like that for maybe a week, maybe 2. And then you kind of fall back into your old routine. Building routines like this, changing your entire way of being, setting new goals, it doesn't shift that quickly. So I never was a fan of setting New Year's resolutions. However, this doesn't mean that you can't set any goals for the new year at all. A time of big shift, like changing of the years, often makes us kind of reflect back and look forward. So this is a perfect time, if you don't already have the goals, to think about them. I just like to approach it in a slightly different way. One technique that I've been using for many years now, since 2017 or something like that, is what Tim Ferriss calls the past year review. Basically, you make a list with 2 columns, positive and negative. Then you make rows for each week of the year, and you go back through your calendar and see, okay, what are the different things, people, activities, or commitments that were either positive or negative in this week. Then you look at everything you've wrote down, and you see, okay, these things impacted me positively. I want more of them next year. Similar for the negative, these activities or people impacted me negatively, maybe a little bit less of that next year. It's more setting direction than it is setting a hard goal. And I find that this is way easier to keep to. So for the past few years, this has impacted my life in quite a big manner. I know that going to the gym consistently winds up in my positives list. So I know that if I'm considering going to the gym at any point, I can think, okay, I know this will make me feel better. So over the years, this has helped me to kind of put more time into the things that I like, less time into the things that I don't like. Yeah, it's just a nice little tool to kind of set the course for the coming year. On top of that, what I really like about it is that it kind of acts as a retrospective for the year. And it's really fun to see everything that happened in a year, first of all. And I often find that there's so much more that I didn't immediately remember. And most of all, so many things to be grateful for. Gratitude has been shown consistently to enhance almost every aspect of life. So having this big moment of gratitude for everything that happens in a year, and not just in general being grateful, but more specifically, this thing, I am happy that it happened, I'm grateful that it happened. It just gives good vibes for the new year. Then there's health specifically, because a lot of New Year's resolutions are around health. The main one that you hear about is going to the gym. Thinking about your health is great, and I highly encourage you to keep working on your health because it is not a given. You have to work at it. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to be scared of the work that you have to do. You do have to actively work on it. So, wanting to work on your health in the new year, I highly recommend to everyone. However, again, resolutions aren't really the best way. When I start coaching a client, we don't really work with goals. Some people have very specific numbers. For example, I want to lose this many kilograms. It is good to be aware of these things, and numbers do help to track. However, a number as a goal really doesn't work. Why? It ultimately doesn't mean anything to us, and even worse, everything that's holding us back from achieving the goal works on your feelings. Humans are very feeling driven. This is why we tell stories, to invoke emotion. This is how we've learned throughout our entire lives, but throughout the development of humanity as such. We've learned through sharing emotions. The stronger an emotion is, the stronger the memory with it will anchor in. So the more it will impact your behavior. Now think about something like, I want to lose 10 kilograms. Okay, you can have maybe a little emotion, like, yeah, I would feel better. But then think about everything that's holding you back from that. For example, oh, I can't have that pizza now. I really want that pizza. It would taste so good. I can just imagine right now, just the way that the tomato sauce and the cheeses taste. And these types of goals don't work because there's so much emotion attached to everything that's holding you back. You can taste how the pizza would taste. You can just feel all the happy emotions that the pizza would give you. You're not feeling any of the happy emotions that the number lowering would give you. Instead of having these number goals, try and think, okay, what would you actually feel if you achieve it? What would it actually mean to you to have achieved that goal? If you lose that weight, how would you feel in your body? What would your day look like? What would you do differently? Feeling how you would feel, how good you would feel, that pulls you forward. And with that story, you can then start to set, okay, I want to go to the gym. Because the next time you said you would go to the gym and you don't feel like it, you can remember, okay, I don't feel like it now. But if I want to feel that amazing thing in the future, I have to do this now. This type of vision pulls you through difficulties instead of you having to push yourself through. That's it for this year's Vlogmas. I had a blast doing this. I put some more work into thinking about the subjects, about thinking about what to do related to health instead of just making the random vlogs, which is fun, but more so for me than for other people. I plan to continue making videos on these subjects since it is kind of what I'm involved in every day anyways. I love learning about health. I love improving my own health. I love even more so helping other people to improve their health. And this is one of the ways I can do it. So if that's something you're interested in, subscribe and stick around. I've got a lot of things planned for next year that I'm excited about. 2025 is going to be great. I hope for you too. I wish you all the best, and I will see you next time. Bye.